What's going on, Stewart County? Hey, it's Jonathan. I wanted to bring you guys another video as we push on into spring. I'm really starting to get prepared to get this mayor campaign going. I want to keep you up to date during the whole campaign. I just want to bring you guys knowledge that you might not know about, just some things that you may not realize is going on or realize that's happening in this county. The whole one of the platforms I'm running on is that I just want you to be in the know about what's going on. And so in the last, 40 days or so, 50 days, there's been a lot of talk around here about natural gas. And so I thought it'd be good to sit down and to research natural gas and just to see what benefit is natural gas. I've learned a few things about it. I learned that the United States has like 1.6 trillion barrels of natural gas. It is very plentiful, which makes it cheap. It also is a power source for about 21% of the world. So 1/5 of the world uses natural gas to power things, I guess vehicles and on up into homes. So that's an awesome thing. We look at Clarksville has natural gas, and you go over to Erin, they have natural gas. Paris has natural gas. Murray, Callaway County has natural gas. As you look around and everybody that borders us has natural gas, you have to look a little further than that. You have to look at who supplies them, and there's a couple of different pipelines that run through about a 50 square mile region here. So when you talk about natural gas and you're talking about where does it come from, it has to be something greater than just going to the next town of Murray or over to Erin and tapping into their line. It actually has to go all the way back to who supplies those lines. The lines coming through Murray, Kentucky, that's supplied by A&R Pipeline. When you look at the pipeline that runs all the way up through Dixon, through that region, that line actually connects all the way into Stewart County down by TVA and synthetic materials, and that's supplied by Tennessee Gas Pipeline. So as you look at that, there has to be a reason, as Bonnie Lill reported from the meeting a couple of weeks ago, there has to be a reason for them to run those pipelines on out. They can't just say, okay. So what do we have to do? We have to come up with ways and reasons for these pipelines to run. I can think of all the jobs that would create in this county. As you start building these natural gas pipelines, then you start producing the possibilities of incomes and revenues. That produces and opens doors for different businesses to come in. Our current leadership in this county has thought about all this before. The problem that lies there is the funding as well as the participation, so to speak. When you look at a county of 13,000 people, you can't say, well, we're going to bring it in because 5,000 people want it. So I understand the pros and cons of the county getting this. If there were a way for us to be able to go out and to reach and possibly obtain some money to be able to secure a pipeline to come into this area, I think that would be magnificent. Right now, I believe there's research being done. I've got some of my friends helping me, and we're researching the possibility of grants that may be able to be used in a low-income area. When you think about Stewart County, we're like 46% or so owned by government land. When you talk about government land, you talk about TVA, land between the lakes. You talk about Fort Donelson. You talk about the United States Corps of Engineers. When you talk about the government land that's owned, even some of those are state properties. We have state parks here. National Forest is over on the south side of the county. There's a lot of land that we're not able to build houses on and do things with. So that kind of triggers something else in my mind, just to say, hey, maybe it would be good if we could talk to these people and see if they could aid us. Now, I have learned that we do receive income from these people. That is set up on a percentage basis with an equation. So it goes something like this, for example. They say there's so many people, which is worth so many dollars, and then that equals out at the end. And then they say there's so much barren land, which is worth so many dollars, which equals out at the end, and that determines the dollar amount and value that we will get. So when you think about that determines the dollar amount value that we get, the land amount is much, much less than the per person amount. So when we're talking about roads, let me just say this real quick. When you talk about what kind of budget do they have over there? What's Jerry Cunningham doing? I mean, what is this guy? What is the deal with him? Let me explain to you. Jerry Cunningham is doing all that he can with what he has to work with. See, we have so many roads in this county, and we can't get funding for each and every one of them. Let me explain why. The county budget allows us in the vicinity of 10%, I believe 11 is the number, to aid us into fixing, maintaining, and doing things with our road system. So the county budget takes 11% of that. The other 89% comes from the gasoline tax. So I believe that there are grants as well as other ways to acquire money from a state and maybe even a federal level. I would love to be able to research that further. I would love to be able to sit down and tell you, yes, there's X dollars available, but I don't know that for a fact. So I'm not going to tell you anything that I don't know to be true. I've also tried to research and do diligent research tonight on some of the things that I've offered you in this video. If you find something that I haven't gotten quite right, please tell me, because I do not claim to be all-knowing. I just try to learn and to glean from other places and to learn. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, please send me an email or give me a phone call. I've got a phone number on the website, and I'll answer those messages and I'll call you back. I've already called some people back. Also, if you would like to donate to England for Mayor, please go down to F&M Bank in Dover, Clarksville, whatever you're closest to, and deposit in the England for Mayor account. I need you guys to help me out so I can get the word out. I'm here for you. I'm fighting for you. I pray that all of you be safe, be blessed. Thanks for watching the video. I'll talk with you soon.